Tip-off goes to Anchorage. Now let's take a look at Anchorage's opening lineup. They've got Jordan McRae, Smith out there with Holland, and it's Simpkins in at the 4. Here's McRae.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
And it's Anchorage with the ball. Pass to Workman. And there's the screen. The 3-ball. The rebound by Keith. Here's Hornacek. Here's Stockton. Here's Malone. The rebound by Anchorage.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Smith outside. Simpkins passes to Workman. Here's McRae, guarded by Russell. Here's McRae. Smith outside. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Stockton. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Pass to Hornacek. To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Stockton's shot is off. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Workman. Here's McRae. To the middle. Here's Holland. Count it.
Woo! Glad to get that out of the way. I mean, maybe these teams will settle down now that we finally got a bucket on the board. That was like watching paint dry.
Here's Stockton. To the paint. Here's Malone. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, seeing Stockton work the pick and roll, that's the thing of beauty. So good at working passes around defenders in these sets.
Here's Workman. Pass to Holland. Here's McRae. Here's Workman. Down low. Oh, it's stolen away. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Stockton, pass to Malone. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Malone's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Pass to McRae. Anchorage moving the ball around. From 11 feet away. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting for the away team, Jordan McRae. At the line for 2.
No good on that one. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. Utah with the ball. Hornacek. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Even amongst the trees inside, Hornacek still able to find his shot.
Here's Workman. Pass to McRae. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Stockton. Finished off the break.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Here's Workman. Here's McRae. Just 5 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Here's Smith. And another miss by Anchorage. Utah leading by 4. Pass to Hornacek. Here's Stockton. Now Russell. Here's Malone. That one's wide left.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Pass to Holland. Here's McRae. Here's Workman. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Stockton, pass to Keith. Tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holland. Here's Hornacek. Outside Russell. Shoots. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
You can tell Malone is a really instinctive scorer. He doesn't need time to think about his shot. He knows exactly what he's looking for.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now a timeout called by Anchorage. And it's Anchorage with the ball. 6-point game. Pass to McRae. Here's Holland. Shot clock at 6. Smith outside. And another miss by Anchorage. On offense, here's Utah. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Hornacek, pass to Stockton. Pass to Malone. Holland with a rebound.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
Here's McRae. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Hornacek. Drives to the hoop. The rebound by Anchorage. Holland's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Workman. Anchorage moving the ball around. Holland can't hit. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Stockton. Pass to Hornacek. Wing shot on the way. And it comes off the front of the rim. They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Here's McCray. Unloads from 13. Yep, count it.
Good job there, getting himself a little space on the inside.
And now the first timeout called here for Utah.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
With a new group, some changes for Anchorage. On defense, Anchorage trailing by 4 inside and finished off by Tice.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Edwards laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
See, I think this is where you let James Edwards go to work. He's so smart and difficult to defend in the paint.
Pass to Matthews. Here's Isley, defended by Brown. Isley, good. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And Brown has got the ball here for Anchorage. Smith outside. Here's Edwards. Again, Anchorage.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Utah leading by 4. Tice outside. Pass to Anderson. Here's Isley. Anderson passes to Tice. Here's Isley. And the three-pointer goes. Isley's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And it's Anchorage with the ball. Smith outside. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Smith.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Here's Isley. 5 points in the game. Up and in on the layup. He's got 7.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Now Brown. Outside, Williams. Pass to Smith. Now Edwards. Anchorage moving the ball around. Smith outside. And here's Brown. And here is Williams. Tice defending. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Carr. Jazz leading by 7. Here's Anderson. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Isley, no good. And here's Anchorage. Smith passes to Brown. Williams up top. Smith outside. Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Now here's Brown. Outside, Williams. The 3, Smith. And he can't get that one. Tice with the defensive effort. To the inside. Here's Isley. And that one's in. Nice feed on the play. Isley's got 9.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
1 minute left to play in the first. Isley's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the one miss. Now a timeout called by Anchorage. Brissett's checked in for Utah. Morris comes in for Anderson. A big group substitution here for Anchorage. Outside, Brown. Right side, Williams. Back to Brown. Pass to Brown. 4 on the clock. Outside, Williams. 18 feet out. Rebounded by the Jazz. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brissett passes to Matthews. Here's Isley. To the middle. The kick out to Morris. Here's Isley. Defended by Brown. Isley, no good.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
From deep. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Utah closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Defense is setting the tone. More 2K action in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Oshae Brissett And it's Isley in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Brown, no good.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Morris deciding where to go with it. Here's Isley, defended by Brown. Offensive rebound. Keefe's shot is good. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Brown. Back to Brown. This one for 3. Utah with the rebound. Keefe's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Matthews, defended by Brown. Matthews passes to Isley. From 18 feet away, out of bounds. It'll be Anchorage's ball. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Workman. Inside, shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Anchorage shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for Anchorage, John Brown. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And both free throws good for Brown. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Isley. He's got 9. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Workman, first personal foul. First team foul.
Utah shooting their first free throws tonight.
Howard Isley, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good, and Anchorage making a change here. McRae's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
Here's Workman. Smith outside. Here's Simpkins, and he gets that one. Simpkins has got his first 2 points. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Isley. 11 points in the game to the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Malone's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Here's McRae. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Fast break, Utah. Anderson passes to Keefe.
I like how aggressive Keefe is on offense. Really good work being able to draw shooting fouls because of his aggressiveness.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
First one falls.
One of the things I like about Keith is that he's physical, but he also does not play outside of himself. He knows what his team needs from him and does his best to consistently deliver just that.
Edwards, he's checked in for Anchorage. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Pass to Smith. Here's McCray. Shoots over Anderson. McCray, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Stockton. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, I tell you what, if you wanted the template for the perfect power forward, it might be Karl Malone. I mean, he's got everything you want in a four-man.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you so much. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, appreciate the update. Here's Stockton. Over to the wing. Malone. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now a timeout called by Anchorage. Here's Smith. Pass to McCray. Outside Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Anchorage needs to get off a shot to stop the drought. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Graham.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
Now here's Smith. Here's Edwards. Uses the glass on the layup. Edwards got 8.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Pass to Stockton. to the inside. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. So both teams changing it up here.
One shot.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Back to Smith. Smith outside. Here's Holland. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
First free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And it's Anchorage with the ball. Smith outside. Back to Smith. McRae passes to Smith. Now here's Edwards. Tight defense on him. 3 on the clock. Releases. And another miss by Anchorage.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Carr passes to Malone. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
He's done a nice job, a great job, actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Smith. Anchorage moving the ball around. Here's McRae. And here's Smith. 6 to shoot. Right side Edwards. The 3 is up. And another miss by Anchorage. Here's Stockton. Driving inside. Here's Malone. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Appears like he's found his footing here in the second quarter. Much more efficient.
Pass to McRae. Here's Edwards. And another miss by Anchorage. Utah with the ball. Here's Stockton. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
Smith finds Edwards. Lets it go from 14. Rebounded by the Jazz. Malone's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Stockton. Driving to the basket. Carr. Yep, that one goes.
Can't leave somebody open on Stockton's team. That's a recipe for disaster.
And it's Anchorage with the ball. Smith outside. Back to Smith. Here's McRae. Pass to Smith. Edwards looking it over to the left side wing. From deep. The rebound by Malone.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Steps back. Smith with the rebound.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Pass to Smith. Down low. Holland gets the bucket. Holland's got 5 now.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Here's Stockton. And that one's good. Stockton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And here's Anchorage. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
2 minutes remaining in the
The
first.
jump hook. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Smith. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one. There's 1:54 left in the second. Here's Stockton, covered by Smith. He takes it in. Malone, pass to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Stockton. Drew on the 14-footer. Give him 8.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
1:20 left in the second. Smith finds Edwards. It's rebounded by Carr. Carr's got 4 rebounds now. And here are the Jazz. Here's Stockton. Give him 8 points now.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
And it's Smith penetrating. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
51 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Stockton. Out of bounds. It'll be Anchorage's ball. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of this one. Brown with it. Outside. Williams. Pass to Inja. Shoots a fadeaway. Good on the bucket.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the second period. Here's Isley, defended by Brown. Malone, pass to Russell. Here's Isley, 5 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. Misses the jumper from the wing.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Jazz out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Let's wrap it up and get ready for your pocket ice on Freedom Entertainment.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb.
They say live by the 3, die by the 3. Right now, they're on life support.
Agreed. They're shooting their way right out of this.
And changing it up, my favorite segment, social media posts. Papa No Look 3 is curious as to whether Shaq could have made it as a stretch 5.
Look, there's an easy way to answer that. Shaq, how many threes did you make in your NBA career?
One more than everybody watching at home.
Good point. But then they didn't answer. How many dunks did you have? Stretch 5? No, we're going inside the big fella.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And here are the Jazz. So on the floor for Anchorage, we've got Smith, Holland out there with Jordan McRae, and it's Simpkins in at the 4. Here's Malone. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
The mailman delivering the night, door-to-door style. Malone asserting himself well on the offensive end.
Here's Workman. Pass to Holland. Here's McRae. And he converts the layup. McRae's got his second basket.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And he gets it to go.
I think this is where you get the ball to Malone. Feed the big man and let him get busy.
About a minute played here in the second half. Here's McRae. Pass to Simpkins.
Utah foul. John Stockton. First personal foul. First team foul.
To the right side. Here's Workman. The rebound by Keith. Keith's got 8 rebounds in the game. Stockton, pass to Hornacek. Here's Malone. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Simpkins. Clock at 6. Here's Workman. No good from outside. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Pass to Hornacek. Here's Malone. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Stockton's shot is off. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Russell up top, covered by Smith. Here's Hornacek. And it's good for 2. Hornacek's got 6 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Workman passes to Smith. Inside. To the paint. Soft touch off the glass.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Here's Stockton. Give him 8. On the take. Here's Malone. From the top of the key, he buries it. Malone's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Here's Workman. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Smith against Russell. To the middle. Here's Holland. Utah grabs the miss. Keefe's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Malone. And he jams it home with authority.
Showing off the power right there. Karl Malone does not mess around down low.
Here's McRae. Pass to Simpkins.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
That free throw, no good. Tice is checked in for Utah. Anderson comes in for Russell. He's off on the second. On offense, here's Utah. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Here's Stockton. Give him 8. Here's Malone. The rebound by Anchorage. Holland's got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's the drive. McRae. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McRae's got 4 points in the quarter.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Here's Stockton. Pass to Malone. 13 feet out. The rebound by Anchorage. Here's McRae. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And he makes the first. Now a timeout called by Anchorage.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And so he hits both. Here's Vaughn. Outside, Anderson. Here's Vaughn. Back to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Back to you.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. Thank you, Allie. Here's Vaughn. Fires for 3. Smith with the rebound. Outside, Brown to the inside. Back to Brown. Pass to Brown. Anchorage moving the ball around. Now here's Edwards. Anderson covers. And here's Brown for 3. Rebound, Utah.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Anderson with it, guarded by Smith. And Tice with the bucket. The assist by Anderson.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Outside Edwards. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Edwards. Outside, Brown. Back to Smith. Brown looking around. And another miss by Anchorage. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Carr passes to Tice. Oh, he tries a 3. Hauled in by Brown. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Anchorage. Smith finds Brown. Out to the right wing. Smith passes to Brown. Out to the right wing. He shoots. Tries again. And the shot goes down. Edwards got 12.
They rely on Edwards to do just this. Use his size to grab the rebound and send it back.
And Utah calls time here.
Here they come. The Utah Jazz High Squad. Let them hear it, fans. Headed to the floor is the Utah Jazz High Squad. Bring up the volume, fans.
Teams will make substitutions.
For your Utah Jazz High Squad.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
And it's Anchorage with the ball. The Jazz making their last shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Fourth team foul. At the line for Anchorage, Enja, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, with the landmark decisions opening the door to NIL revenue for athletes in college and even in high school, it's the wild, wild west for amateur basketball.
There's no question the landscape is chaotic, dizzying even, but they deserve a slice of that pie, and this is a long time coming. Kids have an opportunity to leverage their talent to get paid right now, and in some cases begin the process of creating generational wealth before they even become of age to vote. That's a pretty powerful combination.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Isley. Back to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, Williams grabs the board. And it's Anchorage with the ball. Inside, Njai goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Njai's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
Here's Isley. 11 points in the game. Down low. Right side Anderson. Here's Isley. Covered by Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Anderson. Here's Matthews. Here's Brissett. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, his activity on the glass so valuable to this team.
Outside, Williams. Up top, Smith. Anchorage moving the ball around. Pass to Brown. Back to Smith. Now Brown. Here's Williams. Tice grabs the miss. Here's Matthews. Williams defending. Here's Isley. The rebound by Anchorage.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Njai's got 8 points.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Njai's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Timeout called, the Jazz. Here's Matthews, defended by Brown. Morris passes to Matthews. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Isley, no good. Isley's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. Smith outside. Pass to Williams. Now here's Smith. Here's Williams. Fires from the wing. Smith no good. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Matthews passes to Brissett. Here's Isley. Williams grabs the board. Isley's gone just 4 for 11 from the field. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Williams passes to Smith. Here's Isley, covered by Smith. Pass to Matthews. Morris, left side. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Matthews. And another miss by Utah. And Williams has got the ball here for Anchorage. And out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Eight seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. With the step back from deep three-point land. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's the Jazz delivering the blowout. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And it's Malone in at the power forward position. That's the group for Utah right now. Here's Workman. To the paint. Here's Simpkins. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
High value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
On offense, here's Utah. Here's Isley. To the inside. Here's Malone. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
You know, when he's lighting it up like this, they are a hard team to beat.
Here's McRae. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
At the line for Anchorage, Haywood Workman. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Holland, he's checked in for Anchorage. And that's good as he hits both shots. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Workman. After the basket by Utah. Here's McRae. And there's a 3-second violation. And a look now at the Utah Jazz's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. And then on Sunday, they head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see lineups get sorted out.
Here's Stockton. There's a screen. Pass to Keith. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's McCray. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
And the Jazz with possession here, following the score by Anchorage. Stockton, pass to Malone. Holland with a rebound. Holland's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to McCray. Here's Workman. Out to the right wing. And there's the lob. Stolen by Russell. Down low. Stockton, pass to Malone. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Malone's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Simpkins. Anchorage moving the ball around. The shot won't fall. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
There's a screen. Stockton, pass to Malone. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Boy, Malone is just so strong. Even when he gets hit, he stays with the shot nicely.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
At the line for one, Karl Malone.
Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
McCray passes to Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's Workman. And another miss by Anchorage.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And he drives in. It's Anderson on the wing. Pass to Hornacek. Here's Stockton. Misses the three.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Workman. Off target from outside. Here's Stockton. It's Anderson on the wing. Here's Stockton. They set the pick. Utah with another miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Holland. To end the drought. And it's good on the layup.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Here's Stockton. Here's Malone. Banked it in off the glass. Malone's got 38 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Holland. And here is Williams. Here's Holland. McCray passes to Williams. From outside, off the mark. Here's Stockton. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
Here's McRae. Shot is up. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Stockton, the pass to Malone, and he dunks it down.
This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message.
Well said, because it really could shift momentum here. I mean, the energy you see from the guys on the bench, when they get pumped up like that, I think everybody gets pumped up.
Here's McRae following the bucket by Utah. Here's Workman. Utah grabs the miss. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's Stockton. Here's Malone. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Edwards, he's checked in for Williams.
Shooting 1.
Shooting 1.
And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
He's got a clear path. Here's Keefe. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Keefe's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Workman. Pass to McRae. Knocked away. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Hornacek. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
When you think of John Stockton, you think floor general. That's what he is.
Hornacek's gotten it done so far from the field, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Here's Holland. Pass to McRae. Here's Workman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To end the run. Anderson pulls it down.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball and those quick hands, that's what led to an opening.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Stockton, pass to Hornacek. And Clark, for decades now, we've seen the Western Conference have the upper hand. Any reason you can fathom?
Not really, other than the tide shifts on occasion based on who the players are on teams in each conference. Maybe some of that frontier spirit coursing through, although I don't quite believe that as a major factor. One thing you see in the West, though, a lot of smaller market teams, and historically they've done a good job of how they run those clubs.
Here's Hornacek to the wing, right side. No good with a jumper from the wing. Smith passes to McRae. To the wing on the left. To the middle. Here's Holland. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Stockton. Pass to Malone. Utah moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Looking to get it going. He gets it in there. And that's a double-double for him now.
And, you know, Stockton is really clever when it comes to scoring inside. Not the biggest guy, but he finds a way to get the job done.
Stockton's gone 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. We've got 1:23 left to play in the fourth. Holland. Utah grabs the miss. Malone's. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
With the drive. Ooh, drains the 19-footer. Malone's got 45 points.
Boy, Malone has a deadly jump shot, especially from the mid-range. Doesn't get any better watching him knock that down.
1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Right wing. Here's McRae. Here's Workman. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him,
3 shots.
not into him.
3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. The Jazz making a switch here. Russell is checked in. And the second free throw is good. And he nails the third. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hornacek. Inside. Here's McRae. Pass to Simpkins. Here's Holland. Here's Workman. Kept alive. Here's Simpkins. Misses the baby hook. Here's Hornacek. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And time now for our player of the game.